Wow, Gunners, what another huge win for Arsenal in the Premier League, beating Forest by 3 goals to nil. It was an incredible performance. I saw so many positives and I just want to get into it straight away. But before I begin, if you are new here, give a massive thumbs up to this video. Come on, Arsenal have won. We're all happy. And hit the subscribe too if you are new. But yeah, what a performance from the Arsenal. I saw so much positivity. And I want to start with the man himself on the right wing, Noni Madueke. I think he was absolutely superb, relentless, taking on his man and every single opportunity. And I'm kind of like looking at Morata of Nottingham Forest and I'm feeling sort of happy for him because if that injury to Murillo didn't happen, the crimes that Noni Madueke would have continued putting onto Morata would have been a disgrace. Because every time Noni Madueke picked up the ball and went 1v1, he was beating the Forest man every single time. And he had some really, really good deliveries into the box. Unlucky at times, the Arsenal players were just an inch slower towards those balls into the box and didn't attack them in the best way. But Noni Madueke, for me, was our best attacker today. 100%. You know, we all worried when Bukayo Saka was out injured, for sure. We all worried because we're like, Saka, what he brings to us. Saka, what he does on that right wing. But the way Noni Madueke has come in, is there a huge difference where we're here sitting scared of the future for Arsenal if Saka is injured? No. And obviously Saka is our best player, our best attacker. But seeing Noni Madueke step up to the plate like he did is just really, really good. And I made a video a couple of days ago talking about Noni Madueke proving everybody wrong. And this is what is going on right now. People said you shot the video too early. Guys, did you watch that game? I don't think I shot that video too early because Noni Madueke was effective. An incredible performance, involved in the first goal for Martin Zubimendi off of the corner. And he deserved as well a couple of goals for his performance today. I think he was just a bit shot shy. That's probably my only little bit of criticism for him. That every time he had the ball on that right hand side, there was a little corridor for him to shoot. And he was just a bit shy to let fly. But I'm sure with more experience, as he feels more involved in the Arsenal side, we will see those shots going in. But I'm very excited for Noni Madueke. I'm so happy for him with all the petitions that were against him. Hashtag no Madueke. There was that one that had like over 100,000 signatures. I don't know what the accurate figure was for Noni Madueke not to join Arsenal. Everyone has sort of been silenced. I genuinely do believe that. But let me know your thoughts on Madueke's performance down below because we're going to move on to the next guy and another new signing, and that is Martin Zubimendi. I think he was really, really good. Every time he received that ball, Martin Zubimendi was so composed. He was so good. I kind of worried, you know, looking at the lineup without Declan Rice, with Marino starting. I know that Martin Zubimendi is normally the guy that's always on the ball, so it doesn't really matter if it's Marino or Rice. But I thought with the energy of Forest, the speed they have in the midfield, the intuitivity they have in there as well, I thought, damn, we're going to need to be on it. Zubimendi got the physical capabilities to be in there. But every time he was right on the midfielder, he was winning the ball, he was playing it quickly forward, he was calm in possession when it needed to be as well. And I mean, his 2 goals today were phenomenal. The volley that opened the scoring was what we needed. And my slight criticism of Arsenal, and it will continue, is using set pieces to open up the game. I really want us to open the scoring through an open play opportunity. But you can't be greedy, you can't ask for too much. A goal is a goal, set pieces are key in football right now. And we got our set piece goal to give us the goal that put us into a lead. And that is what is all important. But it's such a sweet volley from Zubimendi. Literally just went off his foot into the sort of middle of the goal. But it had so much power, so much venom that Matt Sells couldn't do much about it. But I was so happy for Zubimendi when that went in. And we were able to push on from there. And of course, the next goal, he scored the header. Really, really nice play from him. Ghosting into the box, into the backstick area. Got up early. A wonderful header into the corner. That is the sort of thing I want to be seeing from Zubimendi. Yes, he's really good on the ball. Yes, he can be so nice with his passes between the lines, line breakers. That is all really, really good. But can you influence the game with goals and assists? And we're already seeing it now with those 2 goals, albeit from set-piece scenarios. You've got to be there in the first place. And Martin Zubimendi really impressed me. And I think he got man of the match in the end. I think it's thoroughly deserved. I think definitely he deserves that man of the match. But, you know, this is the sort of thing we've got to look at when we're looking at Martin Zubimendi. Different ways to impact the game. And he most certainly did impact the game in a very, very positive way. Before I do go on and continue, a massive shout out to guys at Dragon Jersey. If you want a football jersey, an Arsenal kit, any sort of kit, you can use code Fanatics for 10% off. I'll put a link to the company's website down below in the description. I genuinely do recommend it. But I think I do need to get on and keep on moving and talk about the next new signings that have been really impacting, and Mosquera is a gem. I said it here. Guys, did we miss William Saliba today? I think that's what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at these players. I'm looking at Martin Zubimendi, how he stepped up. Did we miss Rice? Not really. I'm looking at the way Noni Madueke stepped up. Did we miss Saka? No. I'm looking at the way that Mosquera played today. Did we miss Saliba? Not really. On the ball, Mosquera was so confident, so courageous. But if you would have been watching my videos analysing him, you would have known this. He's really good on the ball. He's really confident. In the duels as well. He's just so strong. Arsenal never get it wrong in the centre-half department. We just do not get it wrong. It just doesn't happen. Arsenal just don't get things wrong when it comes to signing defenders. And for 15 million, send Valencia another 15 right now. Because that performance from Mosquera was scary in terms of the potential he has. I mean, I'm looking at that back line today as well. I'm not just Mosquera. Gabriel Colossus again. Calafiori was really good. I think second half he got a bit tired. He was obviously involved in a goal for Gyökeres. But Timber as well, really strong at the back. Another clean sheet. Raya did what he needed to do. It was such a positive performance, and the way Mosquera slotted in, it gives me so much hope for the future. If Arsenal do continue getting on injuries, I know Odegaard was injured, but again, look, when Neri came on, did we really miss Odegaard? Another player I didn't sort of talk about, Gyökeres scoring. Did we miss Havertz? No, look, it's just really good. This squad depth of Arsenal, I think, is the best in the history of Arsenal since the Invincibles, since the Wenger teams, in terms of you bring him on. Am I worried? No. You bring him on. Am I worried? No. And that is key for Arsenal's future, to have players who are able to come in and we don't have to worry. I looked at today's lineup and I wasn't that worried because I know how good this squad is. And that's just a massive, massive plus in terms of Andrea Berta, in terms of Mikel Arteta. It's what I want to be seeing. But Mosquera, flowers to you. Very close to winning man of the match today. I think he was really good physically, technically. Just such a strong showing. What a kid he is. He's only 21 years old as well. That is absolutely insane. But we've got to talk about Eze and Gyökeres combining for a goal. And if you follow me on Twitter, I always talk about this. How Eze and Gyökeres, they have this connection. They really do have this connection in terms of Eze understands the movement of Gyökeres. If Martinelli was on the ball there, that ball doesn't come in first time to Gyökeres. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Eze understands the movement of a player or a centre forward that likes to move, that needs it quickly. And Gyökeres needs it quickly. He got it quickly. Obviously, Calafiori, a wonderful ball over the top, as I hit myself there with my own hand. That was really, really good. I like the way that goal happened. And Eze, lovely moments, little feints, 1v1. He's really strong 1v1. I think maybe we could have got him a bit more involved because Calafiori was inside the pitch. I'm not a fan of Eze out on the touchline. He can do it, but we need him more central. But that's things to sort of talk about a bit later on, maybe as things develop. But Eze, a really positive showing, assist for him. Gyökeres gets his third goal of the season in 4 games, and it shuts out more critics, which is great for him. But in terms of a performance, I'm looking across the team. Have I missed anyone? I don't think so. I think a really nice performance. Marino as well, putting a solid showing in there in the midfield. Some really nifty stuff, carrying on the momentum from scoring a hat-trick for Spain. But the guys that came off the bench as well, trust are contributing. Guys, we've got guys that can come in and nothing really changes in terms of the intensity and the hunger in the team. And that's a massive positive for Arsenal.